camera speed. Now, here is a motion picture film.
Good evening, and welcome to Moviedrome Remastered. The first film in the series comes from one of the most successful directors of the 20th century, the man behind The Exorcist and, of course, The French Connection, William Friedkin. Like his most famous works, this film is also based on a novel. Tonight's film is the 80s action thriller To Live and Die in LA. Released in 1985, this neo-noir cult film stars William Peterson and John Pankow as two US Secret Service agents who go up against Willem DaFoe in a star performance as a counterfeiter with a flair for the artistic and erotic. Director Friedkin teamed up with the author of the original novel, Gerald Petervich, and together they threw the finger to convention at every opportunity they got.
And it's all coming down in 48 hours.
When the Eddie Murphy film 48 Hours was released in 1982, it became the 7th highest grossing film of that year, so it would seem conventional wisdom to have a buddy cop relationship between the two leads in an action cop film. Instead, in To Live and Die in LA, Peterson's character is just as much at odds with his partner as he is with William DaFoe's murderous counterfeiter. To Live and Die in LA is very well known for the car chase that occurs towards the end of the film. After The French Connection, it is little wonder that Friedkin was a master of pedal-to-the-metal action on the silver screen. In this film, he uses many of the same tricks. The camera is attached to the bumper of the car, so you're left feeling thoroughly out of control, and of course, the engine roar and the tyre squeals are thoroughly at the top of the mix. By the end of the chase, you're left reaching for a seatbelt and a paper bag. To Live and Die in LA was released in 1985, which was also the year that a certain television series of a similar nature took off in the ratings in both the US and the UK. Designed and executively produced by future Heat director Michael Mann, Miami Vice starred Don Johnson, whose daughter Dakota recently starred in the 50 Shades of Grey films. Both Miami Vice and To Live and Die in LA share a focus on aesthetics, violence, and personal cost. If 80s Miami is the home of neon, then 80s LA is the home of the sunset. The biggest similarity between To Live and Die in LA and Miami Vice is their use of contemporary music. Miami Vice would pluck tracks straight from the charts, most famously In the Air Tonight from Phil Collins, whereas To Live and Die in LA invited the English new wave band Wang Chung to write and compose a score for the film. The band had recently had a hit with Dance Hall Days, and they applied their moody synthesizers perfectly to the tone of this film, with a score that captured that mood exactly right and almost had an MTV Bond film quality to it. When I first saw the film, I wasn't sure what to expect. The opening is classic 80s action, but as the film progresses, a sinister tone takes over, and by the end, you're left not quite sure what you've just seen. I saw the film for the first time with my dad, late at night, and as the film turned left at every right corner, I realised this was a film that was going to do whatever the hell it wanted, and it really did not care what you thought. In fact, this is a film that, before Breaking Bad and The Sopranos, put the anti-hero front and centre, like it or lump it. When the film ended, my dad didn't get it. I was blown away. When the film came out in 1985, it received 4 out of 4 stars from film critic Roger Ebert, who said it was first rate. However, over the years, it's become something of a Marmite film. The ending in particular is very controversial. It comes out of nowhere and finally answers the question as to where the film is going and what it's trying to say, which is a bit of a mystery until the last 10 minutes. It is a film about inevitability and the degradation of morality. The end of the film, which I'm not going to spoil, was shot twice. My financiers backing the movie, SLM Productions, were so against what you're about to see that Friedkin went away and shot a fake ending, which is available online, that he only used in previews for those with the money. He put his original ending on the theatrical release. I think it was the right choice. It is an ending that has stayed with me for years, and I think it will stick with you too. See for yourself, here it is. To Live and Die in LA.